This is Alexander Hamilton, the founding father on the $10 bill, the father of American capitalism, and he established the first national bank in 1790. And this is Lin-Manuel Miranda, the writer, composer, and lead actor in the Broadway musical Hamilton.
Welcome to Scripted.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Scripted,
where we talk about books, movies, TV, musicals, and everything pop culture.
Today's topic is a certified Revolution classic, Hamilton. The music follows the events of Hamilton's life from his orphaned upbringing in the Caribbean to his death in Greenwich Village, New York City.
While writing the musical, Lin-Manuel Miranda said he felt an enormous responsibility to be as accurate as possible, while still telling the most dramatic story possible. And when he did part from the historical record, or take dramatic license, he made sure he was able to defend it. None of those choices were made lightly.
Even though Miranda remained mostly faithful to history through the duel, the affair, and the Federalist Papers, there are also major inaccuracies in terms of Hamilton's abolitionist stance, his immigrant narrative, story, and character roles.
Which brings us to today's topic, which is, how historically accurate is Hamilton?
First, let's begin with Alexander's early life in the not-so-nice parts of the Caribbean.
Well, I'm an orphan, don't have a mom, and I live in the middle of an island in the Caribbean. My life sucks.
True, Hamilton was in fact born on the Caribbean island of Navidad. After Rachel Buck's first divorce, she was not allowed to remarry, leading to Alexander being born out of wedlock.
James A. Hamilton, Alexander's biological father, left when Alexander was only 8 to 10 years old, and shortly after his mother got sick and died of yellow fever. And just 4 years later was the disaster that gave Hamilton his one-way ticket to the Americas.
I have to write about
After
this!
the hurricane that devastated their town in 1772, Hamilton wrote a vivid poetic letter describing the destruction. The eloquence of his writing impressed local readers, who in turn raised funds to take him to America to pursue a formal education.
Man, I really love Princeton, but I just wish I could get through faster though.
Aaron Burr is the smartest man that I know, though.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Hey, so you know this guy named Aaron Burr? Where exactly is he?
Huh, like I'll tell a Caribbean immigrant like you.
Oh, you mother... Oh, sorry. Hey, that's the big Caribbean. Hamilton out!
Yeah, so not surprisingly, this didn't actually happen. It was only included because it rhymed with Burr. In fact, it was highly encouraged to remove it from the script because Alexander wasn't needlessly violent, but Miranda simply stated it was too good to pass up.
I just don't think slavery should be a thing anymore. It's so wrong.
You're right.
We
It
don't,
shouldn't.
These people don't deserve to be being exploited like this.
How are we gonna be America about freedom and we still have slaves? We had to abolish slavery this instant!
Despite what is depicted in the musical, this is false. Alexander wasn't actually outward about his views against slavery because he feared of a divided country.
Though Lin-Manuel Miranda painted an important picture of our diverse country, a country that belongs to every American.
Halt! State your business.
I'm just sightseeing. You want some tea and biscuits?
Tea and crumpets? Why, yes. Great heavens, yes. Wow, it's quite hot out in these days guarding the cannons.
Yeah, I know. I just hate those revolutionaries, mate.
Earl Grey? Why
Yeah,
you really
just
splurge
picked
for
it up from the pub.
a poor soldier like me, and wow!
Yeah, of course.
Tea biscuits for me?
Of course. No, it's a hot summer day.
Why, you are a godsend.
This was true. On the night August 23rd through the 24th, 1775, Hamilton and a militia group, the Hearts of Oak, stole 21 British cannons from the Grand Battery in New York City.
This key event allowed him to become captain of an artillery company.
You, Alexander Hamilton, I just gotta answer right.
I do.
Do you, this guy, Alexander Hamilton, your husband? I do. Maybe now, kiss the bride.
Probably guessed it, but this was unfortunately false. Alexander and Elizabeth Hamilton did not have a flower girl.
The ceremony was held at the Schuyler family home, small and quiet, including only family and close friends.
Despite popular belief, there was no love triangle between Hamilton, Eliza, and Angelica. It was simply there for dramatic effect.
In fact, Angelica was already married to a British politician when she was 21, and the Schuylers didn't exactly approve of the match, so she eloped. So in summary, Angelica wasn't even there when they got married.
American colonies trying to break free from me. I'm the one who created them. What do they want independence for? Taxes? Taxes?
This is true. King George III was mad, but it was likely due to mental illness. The original theory was porphyria, a disease that directly affects the nervous system and brain.
However, it is now believed that he had type 1 bipolar disorder instead.
Eventually, with his growing madness, he was deemed unfit to rule and was disposed in 1810.
I can't believe Washington wants me to write his farewell address. All right, what do you say? Don't create political parties, blah, blah, blah. Don't get involved with other nations, blah, 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 blah.
This was true. Hamilton heavily contributed to drafting George Washington's farewell address, transforming Washington's notes in a draft by James Madison into the final document.
Hamilton heavily revised and retracted the letter to accentuate the Federalist principles, national unity, and warning against political factions and foreign entanglements.
Let's just say we didn't follow that advice too well.
Thank you all for joining us. We hope you enjoyed.
Now we will skip ahead to the final moments of Alexander and Elizabeth Hamilton's story,
The duel.
and Eliza's response.
Your last chance, Hamilton. Take back what you said. I stand for what I believe in, Burr, and if we have to do this duel, then we'll do it.
On July 11, 1804, Vice President Aaron Burr fatally shot former Treasury Secretary Alexander Hamilton in Weehawken, New Jersey.
Burr faced murder charges and saw his political career destroyed, though he was never tried or imprisoned for the killing. Elizabeth Hamilton, following Alexander's death in 1804, dedicated her remaining 50 years to preserving his place in history. She collected and categorized his extensive political papers, co-founded the Orphan Asylum Society, and established the Hamilton Free School.
An immigrant from the Caribbean, Alexander Hamilton represents the epitome of a self-made success story. Not long after the Revolution began, he rose to become not just an officer in the Continental Army, but a trusted aide to George Washington. It was in this role that Hamilton distinguished himself, less as a battlefield commander and more as a brilliant thinker and writer, using his intelligence and skill with words to keep the revolutionary cause organized and moving forward. While many might have stepped back after the war, Hamilton continued his work by helping shape the future of the United States. He was a strong supporter of a powerful central government and became one of the key authors of the Federalist Papers, which argued for the ratification of the Constitution and outlined how the government should function. In addition to his political writing, Hamilton worked as a lawyer and went on to become the nation's first Secretary of the Treasury, creating the foundation of a financial system that still influences the country today. Despite personal controversies, including his well-known affair and his death in a duel with political rival Aaron Burr, Hamilton remains one of the most influential figures in American history.
Before we close, we would like to give a shout out to our cast. Daniela Trejo as Eliza,
Johnny Cow as George III and the Bursar,
Nathan Schneider as Hercules Mulligan,
Noah Chapa as Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr,
Geronimo Morano as Lawrence. Finally, our cameraman, Anthony Sanchez.
and a special thanks to our guest speaker, Matthew Torres.